Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program, sponsored by Delta.Exchange. As I keep moving, Singapore and Malaysia, so for the next 1 week, I may not be able to do video, but I will do audio podcast as and when it's possible. I thought Week Ahead program is a very important one, so that's why I decided to do audio podcast. Last month, May series, Nifty was up nearly 2%. So there was no a big bang move, but it was very, very volatile because of the Trump policies. And on May 12th, there was a big rally. Nifty rallied about 1,000 points from previous day's close. And that day, the Nifty actually closed at 24,920. And because that candle was a very, very big candle, for the next 3 weeks, the Nifty was just consolidating. In fact, the last Friday also, the Nifty could not close above 24,920. So the first resistance is 24,920. Although it is very, very near, but the markets are, just as and when Nifty crosses 25,000, the selling comes. The selling is so severe that markets are falling despite huge amount of money flowing from the institutions. In fact, I just tweeted saying that earlier retail people used to follow FIIs. But nowadays, institutions follow retail people. FIIs are also buying, DIIs are also buying, but markets keep falling. So which means that, who is selling? It's only the retail. HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and Reliance Industries. So as usual, they decide the market. So I keep saying this thing many times, but now there are some changes. But it will not affect Nifty, but it will affect Bank Nifty. So now exchange has decided that in any index, non-benchmark index, Nifty and Sensex are considered as a benchmark index. Non-benchmark index means now it's only Bank Nifty. So one stock should not have more than 20% weightage. Now I think ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank together, I think they have more than 50% weightage. I think HDFC Bank has about 30% weightage. So that is a number one change. Number two change is that the index should have minimum of 14 stocks. Right now, the Bank Nifty has only 12 stocks in the basket. So which means that now, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank weightage will be coming down, and two new banks, one is Yes Bank, I think the other one is a Union Bank, will be entering into Bank Nifty. So the people, the tracking the Bank Nifty, they may have to sell HDFC Bank and they may have to buy Yes Bank. So that is a second change. The third change is that top three stocks together should not have more than 45% weightage. Each stock should not have more than 20%, and all three put together cannot be more than 45, which means that there may be some slight selling in Axis Bank also. So right now, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank together has more than 60% weightage. So Bank Nifty used to be more volatile. So with all these new measures, that volatility might come down in Bank Nifty. But anyway, nowadays, there is no weekly expiry in Bank Nifty. Even the Sensex expiry, Nifty expiry also may be matched together, just for one day. So therefore, these things are not very important. So coming week, the same thing. For the last 3 weeks, I've been saying 24,500 on the downside, 25,200 on the higher side. and markets have been consolidating in this range for the last 3 weeks. But things may change, the following week. Why? RBI policy. So Bank Nifty is trying to break 56,000 many times, but every time it approaches 56,000, so it's coming under severe selling pressure. And RBI is expected to cut rates coming Friday. The global cues are also indicating that. So if that happens, because we have a very, very low inflation and better GDP data, there is an ideal situation, RBI should cut the rates. If RBI cut the rates, who knows? The Bank Nifty may be the first sector to break out from 56,000. So anyway, so expecting this, and I bought some call options in Bank Nifty. But I'm not a buyer of option. So I bought 55,000 call option and sold some other calls and puts to recover that money. So if the Bank Nifty goes higher, I'll be making profit. So that is a strategy I have done for this month in Bank Nifty. Other than that, IT stocks, when the US market stabilizes, so IT stocks may have to recover. But so far, the performance of IT stocks have been very, very bad. So that has to recover for the market Nifty to break out and move towards 26,000. So anyway, the first week, the usual data like manufacturing PMI data, services PMI data, US unemployment data, non-farm payroll data, weekly jobless claims, monthly auto sales data. So all this data will be coming and the markets will be moving accordingly. But though our markets were falling when both FIIs and DIIs were net buyers, but on Friday, FIIs have turned net sellers aggressively. I think they have sold for more than 6,000 crores. So therefore, my expectation is that for the next 4 trading sessions, market might consolidate, and then depending upon the RBI policy, the banking stocks at least may break out, if not Nifty. But once Bank Nifty breaks out, Nifty is also likely to break out. So I'm still maintaining positive bias for Nifty for the month of June. So let us see what is going to happen. Hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.